Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scott Thornhill. I'm the strength conditioning and head track coach at Illinois Valley High School. Um, First, I'd like to apologize. I went up to the high school so you could be in my weight room, but in typical fashion, the internet is down and under construction during July. So you'll get to sit in my kitchen, um, which isn't too bad anyway. All right. So today I'm going to share the four literacy strategies I selected for the portfolio, and then I'm going to demonstrate the one I plan to use most often in my strength and conditioning classroom. The four that I did select, first was the think, pair, and share, giving students time to think independently, discuss with their partners, and then share with the class. The second one was the quick write, which is short written reflection that helps students process what they learned after workout sessions. Gradual release and responsibility. I do, we do, you do. Modeling a skill before students practicing independence. Um, and then the final one is kind of the team builder workout reflection. I've mentioned a few times in other stuff that we've done. We're getting a new program this coming fall called Team Builder, which is they'll have iPads around the room that they can input their lifting information. They can watch videos to demonstrate how to do things. But for that, it's going to be using our workout tracking software to help students reflect on their training using the strength and conditioning vocabulary. Um, so all four strategies encourage students to think critically and communicate using the language and discipline. The strategy I'll demonstrate today is going to be the think, pair, and share. Because it's very simple, it's engaging, and easy to incorporate into most any lesson. And I'm pretty tight with time. We have probably 35 minutes after dressing down, warming up, and getting into class. So we have to get moving. Let's see. Think, pair, and share. Imagine today we're beginning a lesson on, let's say, front squats. Instead of immediately teaching technique, and I begin with the essential question. Asking the class, why is the squat considered one of the most important exercises for athletes? So the step one is the thinking process. I'll give the students about a minute to think quietly on their own. They might write a few notes down, and then look for responses. Some of the possible responses to build leg strength, help athletes jump higher, improving their balance, prevents injuries, and increases power. Typically, everyone would participate in this because everyone has the time to think through the question. Um, the step two of that is I would pair the students up. Um, now they can compare their ideas. During that time, I would just walk around the class and listening to their discussions. I'm not looking for correct answers. I'm not giving answers. I just want to hear where they are and what level the class is. My classes typically will mix a lot of grades, so I'll have the freshman fresh out of eighth grade that's never done this, up to the senior that's the three-sport athlete that kind of gets it and knows all the things that need to be done. Um, but anyway, yeah, I'm listening for their vocabulary and seeing where they are. Do they say I'm listening for buzzwords too? Are they using words like force production, power, stability, mobility, the posterior chain, athletic performance? If students struggle with vocabulary, I can introduce those terms naturally during the discussion. Um, and so, which is moving into the next one, step three. Now we come back together. Several pairs share their ideas. And as students answer, I record the vocabulary on the dry eraser board. I'm a big dry eraser board guy. For example, I would be writing the power, stability, triple extension. For some of the oval students would know that one. It's more advanced mobility and just functional movement. Now we would discuss each one of those briefly and moving into the actual lesson. Um, Instead of students simply performing squats, they already understand the why we're doing them, um, which I have learned over the past is we assume a lot of times, and I assume a lot of times in my class at the begin when I first started, but really breaking it down to the simple form, and we call it block zero. Um, so, and again, we have those different levels in class. For those younger first timers, again, we were going to do front squats. We would do a lot of stuff with just our body weight. Then we would incorporate dumbbells for our goblet squat, gradually going on to just the bar, and then we would proceed to add weight after the form is mastered. As strength instructors, we do have one goal and one motto, and that is to do no harm. So we will start slow and then proceed. Um, this fall, I am going to have football, boys and girls soccer, volleyball, cheer athletes, and they'll all need sport-specific exercises along with the basic core exercises. There's a lot of stuff going on in the room, so we have to make sure that everybody has a good solid foundation. Developing their literacy to be top priority in the fall because those core terms will not change over the course of the next 4 years and even after high school. After students perform the movement, I can ask another think, pair, share question. What coaching cue helped improve your squat today? These cues actually will become more important throughout the year. Um, when we're performing exercises, I don't have a lot of time for a full sentence when instructing a kid. So I need to find 1 to 2 word things that I can throw out that they'll hear it, they'll get the cue, and they can perform. And it could be anything from, keeping your chest up, knees out, brace your core, drive through the heels, those kind of things, so that they start to hear those and they just change the way they're moving through it. Connecting to the team builder. This is kind of, I'm looking really forward to this portion. We haven't used anything like this before, and I already asked, and we can build this into it also. So after the class, students log into their workout for Team Builder. They might answer short reflection questions. What did you improve on today? Or what vocabulary word best describes today's workout? Um, Now students, they have spoken, they've listened, they've written, and they've applied all of that literacy strategy. Uh, the language of strength and conditioning in one class period. So in one class period, they've been able to do all of those aspects. Um, Wrapping this up, I believe we've utilized literacy in the strength and conditioning class for a long time. Um, but this class has provided me a much better and streamlined action plan for implementing that strategy. Um, I've never had discussion circles. I've never done that. It's just we just utilize the verbiage over and over and over, and kids start to pick up on it. But I do think it is a very important part to introduce to these kids. And strength and conditioning literacy means helping students understand and communicate concepts like progressive overload, recovery, technique, volume, intensity, not just simply lifting weights. And I think that think, pair, and share allows every student to think, discuss, and explain those concepts before applying them in the weight room. Um, I believe that what's disciplinary literacy, I believe that's what it's all about. Um, so anyway, that wraps up my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're staying out of the smoke over there. We've had the smoke roll into Cave Junction today, so not good. Anyway, have a great day.